Hi, welcome or welcome back to my channel. Do you like my headdress? If you're from the UK, you may know a town called Glastonbury. I went to Glastonbury recently. It's a place where I used to work. I have done some work there with my teachers at the Call of the Shaman and the Bridget Healing Centre. If you ever get a chance to go and have a look. And I took a friend there and we brought these headdresses just to take part, sort of thing. And it was quite funny because we were walking around and on top of the tour, and this person thought that we'd just got married. So I just thought that was quite funny. Me and my girlfriend just got married. So this is all about love today. This reading I was going to do in time for Valentine's Day, which is approaching. So some of you might be thinking about past relationships, or you might be wondering if anything's going to be dropped at your door on Valentine's Day, or if there might be something new coming in for you. So let's have a look, shall we, and see what's going to happen for you for Valentine's Day. Now I'm moving back because I did have somebody say to me they would like to see the cards more and the runes more. I nearly knocked everything over then. So I'm keeping this space available to put the runes and the cards. Please do like and subscribe to my channel. I would love to know what your comments are, if there's any information you want to give me, if something that I've said has actually happened for you. I'd love to know that kind of stuff. It doesn't always happen, sometimes it does, but let's see. So just closing your eyes for a moment, maybe take a few deep breaths, because this is an important one, isn't it? We want to know what is coming for you in love right now. Okay, and we'll see if we can try and be specific with timings as well today. So we'll see what timings we can get. So the rune that governs this is Perthrow. Now Perthrow is a rune, I say this a lot, about taking chances. It's a gambler's rune. So I do feel this could be, for some of you, a previous relationship or person that you've liked in the past. Maybe you did have a relationship with this person, or maybe you didn't. But it does feel like if you're on the edge of your seat, ready to message this person or contact them in some way, or just speak to this person, then Perthrow is the ticket to say, yes, do it, go for it. You know, as far as we know, we only have this one life, so you may as well make the most of it. What is wrong with taking a chance here? You could relate this to the Fool card, where it's kind of like, you know, just have faith, take a leap of faith. It could also relate to, if this is somebody that you want to reach out to you, it might be that this person is going to reach out to you, somebody that you wanted to reach out to you. I'm getting that frog in my throat again. So it does feel like maybe that's a sign there that there is somebody there that does want to talk to you right now. So perhaps they're going to take a chance on you rather than you taking a chance yourself. So I'll pop that there. How exciting. Now let's just have a look into past experiences that might be affecting you now in love, potentially. So let's see what might be affecting you at this time. Okay, so this could relate to, this is manas, and this can relate to perhaps masks that you've worn. Also perhaps keeping, not having the awareness about yourself, or in some cases perhaps being a little bit too aware. So I know with chatting to some friends and things where it's, you know, everybody's looking for these red flags all the time now. Everybody's looking for, you know, the love bombing, the red flags and things. I think I've mentioned that before. Sometimes that being too aware and constantly checking the edges of everything all the time kind of takes away the fun and the enjoyment of, you know, a new relationship, or something that could just go along quite nicely. Suddenly becomes a little bit heavy, and everybody's like watching for masks to drop off and stuff. So this could be about your own masks, or watching out for other people's masks a little bit too much, where that person then feels like, oh God, you know, you just think I'm horrible, you just think I'm not very nice. So that might be things that are blocking you in the present. If you've been going on dates, if you've been in and out of relationships a little bit, and you're sort of like, what is it that's going wrong here? Why is this happening? And it seems to be a similar pattern. And like something that I've got figured out myself as well, is, you know, there's only one factor that doesn't change in any of your relationships, and that is yourself. So the best place to start on anything like this is working on yourself. Manas does have a tendency to be a bit of a depressing energy as well. So it could be like where you're feeling a bit low, a bit down. Maybe there are unfulfilled wishes from previous relationships that perhaps are holding you back from having the energy or the desire to go into new relationships. So perhaps there's some work there that needs to, be looked at in order for you to move forward, if love is what you're looking for, if a relationship is what you're looking for. And maybe that's why we've got Perth row here, because it's kind of suggesting it's time to take a chance now. Maybe the only way to get through these things is to throw yourself into action and try something new. Use that awareness for the greater good rather than putting yourself down. So that's things that are affecting you in your past. So let's see what the future holds here on this. I'm excited for you. Let me see. What does the future hold for you potentially? Oh, okay. We have Feihu. So Feihu is like a wish fulfillment. It's abundance. So what it is you're looking for, that you're wanting out of this, it is actually, you have done something to manifest this. Now it's interesting because we had the new moon only a few days ago, where you may have set an intention, whether you purposefully did that or whether you just mentioned it to yourself, but you may have been thinking about somebody, or thinking or creating in your mind the kind of person that you would like to be with. And if you've had changes to yourself recently, it might be that you are aligning yourself with that divine masculine or divine feminine, or whatever it is that resonates with you, that you're bringing in. So this is very fortunate for your future rune. Maybe I'm wearing this because perhaps there's marriage in the air, perhaps something is going to take off. So yes, this is a collective reading. So some of you may already be in a relationship. If that's the case, then it feels to me like somebody is going to take a chance on you. I do get the image of, and especially where I've put this blooming headdress on as well, is a proposal could potentially be knocking at your door anytime soon. I'm getting like 3 days. I know that's not actually Valentine's Day. I don't even know what day it is, to be quite honest. I'm not very good at what day it is, and the kids are off school now as well, so I have no idea what day it is. So this is a time right now, I've got 3 in my mind. So that could be 3 days, or it could be March. But there is a proposal of some form coming forward for you in the way that you would like. So if this is expected, then get excited now. Go and buy your wedding dress. Unless you're wearing a suit, whatever. So very, very happy for you on there. Okay, let's go into getting some cards on this then now. So I'm going to pick different cards for this. So if you're single, this is what is relating to your next move. Okay, that happened yesterday as well, actually. They just like flew out. Okay, we've got like 5 cards here. 5 cards are thrown out. So I'm going to talk about, I feel like you've been through a bit of an emotional time from the past. So where this Manas was from there, perhaps you've come through a bit of a feeling quite low, feeling quite down, maybe worthlessness here. So the Queen of Cups is here to kind of suggest that this is actually going to bring you more fulfillment. We've got the Ace of Cups, which is a new beginning, and especially in terms of love as well. I mean, that looks a bit like a heart in the centre there. I do feel like you have been manifesting a relationship for yourself. You are in a point of allowing somebody to come in here. So this is for anybody who's watching this that is single at the moment or looking for love right now. You know, this is coming to an end now where you're feeling quite heavily emotional about something from the past. This is a time now where you can actually start to feel emotional, but in a positive way, because something that you've been wanting to manifest, something that you've been looking forward to, is actually coming into fruition now, is actually moving forward. If I put those there, you can see that, can't you? Yes, you've done a lot of work to get here. I do feel like there's an element within you of success in other areas of your life, and maybe this has got you to the point of feeling like, yeah, I'm ready for this now because I've actually got other things aligned. So again, we've got three, the Three of Wands. The number three is quite important to you. If this is potentially like, you know, somebody asking you to move in with them, maybe they live at number three. I do feel the month of March might be important as well within this. I want to say as well, I feel like there's something about tattoos. So I don't know if you and somebody else has suggested to you about getting matching tattoos or something. But there's something about tattoos, or perhaps the person that you are interested in has tattoos or is a tattoo artist, or perhaps you are yourself. But there's something about that in there. I'm also getting something about New Zealand as well, or a place of going travelling, but it's over in the east. It's sort of like, well, that's kind of like, no, it's sort of, that's not right, is it? Like, you know, Australasia sort of area. And then down south kind of thing. So there's a lot of passion with that. There's a lot of sort of adventure and success with it. So this is a new adventure for you. It's a new venture that's going out. This is looking very, very fortunate. I do feel like there has been in the past though, maybe one of you or both of you. So if you're single right now, I do feel like for some of you, this is relating to something from the past. And there could have been tough decisions and struggles and things that perhaps were a little bit, not gnarly. I don't feel like it's really bad things. It's more just annoyances and things that kind of like got in the way. Maybe there was third party things, and that doesn't necessarily mean there's somebody else. It's more like work got in the way, or family life got in the way, or something got in the way of the connection. And created for you an inability to sort of like be able to rise above it. But now you're getting to a point where actually, you know, I am able to rise above it. And I feel like maybe one of you decided to run away from it, like couldn't take it anymore, or the communication was off somewhere. But I feel like that's changing now. It's almost like somebody is able to actually reach out. They've got out of those struggles now, whatever it was that was holding them back, and they've decided to change direction. And with Perth row here, that could suggest the direction is to offer something here, to move forward, to want to reconnect, and especially with these other cards down here as well. For some of you though, I do feel like this is a brand new thing. This is somebody new coming through, and it's somebody that has a lot of adventure about them. Somebody, like I say, they've got quite an interesting way about them, an interesting life that's coming forward for you on there. So that is very good. And it's all about emotional fulfillment. So if you weren't feeling emotionally fulfilled, I do feel like maybe in the past, you've been through experiences where you've always had to second guess what you say, or you've walked on eggshells, or you haven't felt like the connections has always been tested or challenged. And maybe now this particular situation, that isn't happening anymore. It feels more in a flow and you feel more emotionally fulfilled with it. Okay. So I am very, very excited for you on that one. Okay, let's have a look on here. So yeah, let me see what is happening now for all of those that are already in a relationship, already in what's happening with that. So what is coming for love with people who are in a relationship or in a commitment at the moment? See, it's not fair, is it? Because, you know, some ones I do, like you get loads of cards fall out, and then other ones you only get like one or two cards fall out. So, but it depends what we've got to talk about, isn't it, I suppose? Okay, so we have the Page of Pentacles. So I do feel like if this is you, this could be a relationship that you have been in for some time, that has been a lot of growth gone through it, a lot of work through it. It's very grounded, and And I do feel like you kind of balance well. You kind of understand each other. You maybe, you know, even though if you've been together for some time, the connection's very strong. And it feels like I'm getting in my heart like a feeling of contentment. Like it just feels nice. It feels healthy. It feels good. I do feel there is potentially a want or a wish for family here. There's something around that kind of like one or both of you is interested in exploring on here, or perhaps that is a wish that you want. I do feel like it hasn't always been easy though. So we've got the Six of Swords on here. So it's kind of like you're going from, and this is again, I feel around bringing in, perhaps trying to get pregnant and looking into things like that, because there's a transition here from one way to another. It's like what your relationship was before has now changed. This could potentially be a relationship that's been going for 6 years. Or around that sort of time. I feel like it's a longer term relationship and you've got to a point now. So to me, this is about, oh, and we've got the Six of Pentacles as well. So we've got Six of Swords and the Six of Pentacles. There's been a lot of balance in this relationship. It feels very good, very solid. You're balanced in every aspect. So like, you know, in the home, I feel like you both do the chores, you both do the cooking, you share your money, that kind of thing. It feels very healthy, very balanced. But you're going through this transition now, and I feel like maybe that's been a bit tricky, because there's something that you're trying to manifest here that's perhaps taking its time. It's taken a little while to come through on there. So I'm going to give you a little bit more clarity on that, because I feel like if you're watching this right now, there is something that you are trying to manifest that you would like to know about. I've got the Two of Swords on the bottom there as well. So this could just be careful that there isn't a bit of a situation going on where there's a bit of blame, or you're not communicating well with each other because you're wondering, is it me? Is it them? Is there something, you know, something's changed in the connection from how it used to be because of what you're trying to manifest. So what Spirit wants you to know is we've now got the Three of Pentacles, and I want to say to you that what you're trying to manifest here, it is going to happen, but it is going to take work. I do feel like maybe for the past couple of years, this is something that you've been trying to manifest already. And this is suggesting here that, you know, you need to work together on this. You need to hold space for each other, be kind to each other, listen to each other as well. So it's sort of, you know, there's a time for speaking out about this. There's something about China in this as well. So it's, I don't know if you've looked for alternative remedies and things, or like with China, it was coming through as sort of like alternative practices, perhaps acupuncture, that kind of thing. Does that come from China? I'm not sure. Yeah, lots of different medicine I'm seeing on this. So perhaps that's something that you've been looking at in this situation. But I actually feel like, sorry, not situation, in this journey that you're embarking on. But I feel like you've learned something within that actually really resonates with you, that you're now taking up. And I feel like it's something like aromatherapy or some kind of thing about potions and medicines and stuff like that. And I see you working, maybe it's like plant medicine. But the journey that you've embarked on, looking into things for one aspect, you've actually found a lot more than you expected and than you realised, which is fantastic, really. And I do think you're going to do a lot with that. But this is the element of three. So if there's two of you at the moment, I do feel like the three, in time, it will be happening. Okay. Now, we did say we'd get some timings, didn't we? Or we'd try at least. So I'm going to go with the singles first of all. So those that are looking for a relationship right now, who want to know who is coming in for them, we're going to give you what time scale this Perthrow person, this, you know, taking a chance on you is going to come through. So when is this person going to come through for this person? Okay, now we have the Three of Swords that's just come through on here, which isn't a particularly great one in terms of love, because it can be related to breakup and heartache and that kind of thing. But we've got the number 3 again. We seem to get a lot of 3s and 6s that are coming through on here. So I'm going to say that I feel like this is the 3rd. So that could be the 3rd of March. For some of you, it's actually 3 days that's coming through. I feel like this has been wanted for some time. It's something that has really been wanted for some time. And there's, you know, things that have happened before, but there's an element here of forgiveness that needs to happen with this. So again, if you're single, I don't feel like this is a new relationship. I don't feel like this is a new person. I feel like it's somebody from the past. And it's actually relating to a need for forgiveness in order for this connection to happen, to go ahead. So just being aware of that. You may be feeling a bit like, oh, I didn't want it to be that person, or I don't want that person to come through. If that's the case, you know, this is happening for a reason. And if that's not what you want, then it's being honest and open about that. But what Spirit is saying, what's working through the runes and the cards, is that this is coming in for you. Okay. Now, do we have any more messages for our people on here? So let's see what messages we have as a collective to do with love that might come through. So this could be for either or now, whether you are in a relationship or single. So let's see what we have. Do pop in the comments if there's anything more that you wanted to know on this that I haven't spoken about, if it's piqued your interest on something and you want to know more about it, if this is the situation that you're in right now, then do drop a comment and I'll see if I can dig deeper and do another video for you. Let's have a look. Okay, so yes, I do feel like this is again going back to the single people or the people that are just perhaps in casual relationship right now. The Seven of Swords is about somebody, it's like a runner energy. So it's somebody that may have run away from this connection previously. I also feel like it may have been a bit of radio silence and perhaps a period of no contact going on. There's been a time where there hasn't been anything, but actually that has created a lot of peace for you in yourself. Like we were saying about the Queen of Cups, it's allowed you to actually sit with your own emotions and understand what it is that you want. And it's the Queen of Cups, but this is for male or female. It doesn't necessarily have to be just for females here. But now you have come to a greater awareness of emotional intelligence. Maybe you've learned something about this. If you were the one that was running away, maybe you've gained a greater understanding of who you were running away from, and that's making you through this sort of patience, or maybe they've been patient with you and you're feeling like, well, actually, that's new for me. I'm not used to that. Or maybe this is somebody that's run away from you and you've just sat there patiently waiting, or, you know, feeling like, well, you know, it is what it is. If they come back, they come back. If they don't, they don't. But you haven't chased it. And again, it's bringing you back to that sort of, that may have been difficult for you, but you did that. And what you've actually done there is kind of like broken your heart wide open, and you've learned a lot more about yourself, I feel, with that one. Okay, so let's get a card now for what actions are they going to take towards you at this time. So what we were saying, in the next 3 days between now and like the 3rd of March, I feel there's something going to change for you relationship-wise. So if you're watching this video, you're watching it because you perhaps looking for that information. So you will need to let me know. So, oh my God, half the pack fell out. I'm going to take those two. I don't know what they are just yet. I'm going to put these ones away, but I'm going to look at the bottom one. Okay, so we've got the King of Swords on the bottom here. So this is about communication. This is some communication coming in. I do feel like this could be actually talking about, so if you're thinking about a male right now, this could be a man that has sat with his own shadows and thought about things a little bit and decided, right, I'm going to go. So this is somebody that can be very brave, quite logically minded, maybe can be a little bit challenging on here. There's a spiritual sense to this as well. And we've got the dragonfly there. So this is somebody that's been through a transformation here and is ready to communicate. So let's see what action is going to happen on here. Okay, so we've got the Three of Cups and the Nine of Pentacles. Now this is, I feel like this will come through for you at a place where there will be other people. So it's going to be like, this is like friendship groups, or, you know, around a space, might be a cafe or somewhere that you go publicly. Maybe you've already seen this person in this place before. Maybe it's through friends that you know this person and they're going to reach out to you. Or maybe you're going out with friends and you'll see this person and you'll reach out to them. Whichever way around it is, it's to do with other people and friendships around you that this is going to spark things and happen. And again, we've got the number 3. So again, I can't stress enough that this is potentially in the next 3 days, or at least by the 3rd of March. So 3-3. Yeah. I was going to say 3-3-2-3, but we're actually in 2-4 now, aren't we? So catch up. You're in a new year. So the Nine of Pentacles, I do feel like you're also going to meet this person when you're in a space where you feel actually quite self-reliant. It's always the way, isn't it? You're going to feel very quite content with what you've got around you and what you've created for yourself. Maybe you don't feel like you really need anybody right now. And it's usually the way. But that's good, because it's kind of like you've come to a place where you're like, I'm all right. I'm loving my life. I'm really enjoying myself. And that's the best energy to be in, because you're aligning then with somebody who also feels that way. Where were they? Where did I put him? I took him away. We did have the King of Swords somewhere, didn't we? So it's sort of like that King of Swords energy and the Nine of Pentacles, bringing it together. You know, it's like, yeah, that's a good energy. So that's quite interesting, to be honest. And you will have to let me know on this event with friendships where this happens, or maybe it's somebody who connects with you through a friend saying like, oh, somebody likes you, or somebody is thinking about you. Now, for those that were in a relationship already and you're waiting on some news for something, or you're hopeful for something, let's get some, see if we can get some dates on that one for a moment. I know it's a little bit, if you're watching this video, you probably need to watch it all the way through, because it's going to be going back and forth. It's like one of those Netflix series where they keep going back to the past and then forward again. So we're going to go see what timing we've got for our people who are in a relationship and are committed at the moment. Okay. So there is developments here. I've got so Justice is number 11. So I do feel like 11 is important on here. Now, what popped into my head there is the 11th of May. So this is, I feel like what you're looking to achieve, what you're working towards, you're going to have to wait a little bit longer. But I've got the 11th of May as a date here. Now, if that is a due date, no, it can't be. If that is it's a date that could be important here. So number 11. Now, for some, that could be May the 11th. I don't know why I've got that, but I feel that. And it could be November for some, if that's what you're expecting on here too. And I do feel like I'm talking to, there's somebody, if you're female and this is your partner, this is your husband or your boyfriend or whoever, this is kind of confirmation for you. If you were wondering, this person does hold space for you emotionally. They do have a lot of emotional intelligence. They do want this as well. I do feel like perhaps this person works away a lot, and maybe you're having thoughts or feelings of sort of like, is it going to be all down to me if they go away? But I do feel like this person is starting to, they're realising your needs, and they want to be there to support you. It's a very supportive kind of masculine energy around you at this time. So if you've been having arguments at this time, or you perhaps, maybe sometimes we project when we're feeling fearful or sad or upset about things, just know that this person is trying their best to be supportive of you and to emotionally fulfill you. So yeah, just take that as it resonates, and I hope that finds you well. So I would really love to know in the comments when these things unfold for you and the dates that are correct for you. Please like and subscribe, and I look forward to doing more videos for you. Have a blessed day.